Once upon a time, deep in a sun-dappled forest, lived a fox named Wren. Now, Wren wasn't like the other foxes. While they prided themselves on their cunning and their fearsome reputation, Wren was, well, a bit of a dreamer. He was more interested in the patterns of frost on a winter leaf than in the art of the hunt. He was, to put it mildly, not a very good fox. His den was often empty, his stomach often rumbled, and the other foxes whispered behind his back. "Look at Wren," they'd sneer. "He'll be chasing moonbeams until he starves." One crisp autumn afternoon, Wren's stomach was rumbling louder than ever. It was a deep, embarrassing growl that seemed to echo through the quiet woods. "All right, that's it," he muttered to himself. "Today I will be a proper fox. Today I will catch something." He puffed out his chest, trying to look menacing, and set off with a determined trot. He stalked through the undergrowth, his ears twitching, his nose sniffing the air. He tried to pounce on a field mouse, but tripped over a root. He attempted to sneak up on a rabbit, but sneezed from a cloud of pollen. It was hopeless. Dejected, Wren slumped down at the edge of a vast green meadow he'd never seen before, and that's when he saw it. Standing all alone, looking utterly lost, was a tiny lamb. It was a perfect puffball of white wool with big dark eyes that blinked slowly in the afternoon sun. It let out a soft quivering baa that was more of a question than a sound. Instantly, every predatory instinct Wren was supposed to have screamed at him. This was it, food. Survival. A chance to finally prove he was a real fox. His muscles tensed, his body sinking low to the ground. He crept forward, silent as a shadow, his heart thumping against his ribs. One more step. He was just about to pounce when the lamb turned its head. It looked directly at Wren, its big, innocent eyes widening, not in fear but in curiosity. It took a clumsy step forward, then another, and wobbled right up to him. Before Wren could react, the little lamb nuzzled its soft, woolly head right against his leg. Wren froze. This was not in the fox manual. The lamb wasn't running, it wasn't screaming, it was cuddling him. A warmth spread through Wren's chest that had nothing to do with the sun and everything to do with the tiny, trusting creature at his feet. He looked down at the lamb, then at his own paws, then back at the lamb. All his grand plans of being a fearsome hunter evaporated like morning mist. "Bah," the lamb asked again, looking up at him as if he held all the answers in the universe. Wren let out a long, slow sigh. He couldn't do it, he just couldn't. Instead of a hunter's growl, a soft sound escaped his throat, a sort of gentle chuff. He nudged the lamb back with his nose. "You're lost, aren't you?" he murmured. More to himself than to the lamb. The lamb just bleated in response, nuzzling him again. So began the strangest journey of Wren's life. With a tiny lamb trotting faithfully at his heels, Wren, the failed hunter, became a protector. He guided the little one through the woods, growling at squirrels who chattered too loudly and steering it away from thorny bushes. When night fell, cold and dark, the lamb shivered. Without a second thought, Wren curled his own body around the little creature, his bushy tail a warm blanket. For the first time, Wren didn't feel like a failure. He wasn't a hunter, no. But as he lay there listening to the lamb's soft breathing, he realized he had found something far better than a meal. He had found a friend. And for a dreamer like Wren, that was the most satisfying catch of all.